Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I actually haven't been here in like 6 years, but the reason I'm back on your screen today is because of a media phenomenon made popular by the 2020 quarantine and this drink. I am, of course, talking about Thai BL or Boys Love. Seriously, I have watched like 30 of these series over the last 2 months and I am dying to talk about it. BLs are also known as Y series, which has its roots in yaoi, a type of Japanese erotica written by women for women about male homosexuality. I don't even know. But as a local fruit, I am constantly in search of queer media. Also, I'm interested in seeing queer storylines from cultures that are slightly similar to mine as opposed to Western media. Does BL count as LGBTQ representation? This is actually a big debate given the nature of the BL industry and also the fact that it panders to the heterosexual female gaze. It can also be very, very bad at handling sensitive topics like bullying, mental health, queerphobia, and consent. But more on that later. For the moment, I would like to declare my series of BL reviews officially open. There comes a time in life when you see a GIF set on Tumblr from a particular show and then you go and watch that show and then nothing is the same again. And for me, that show was Together, the series is the gateway BL. Likely the first BL that got really popular outside of Asia. Together, the series follows the story of Tyne, a first-year law student, and Tyne is just plagued by problems. Problem number 1, his dating life. Tyne goes on a bunch of dates with a bunch of girls who are all worse than the last. So he has the galaxy-brained idea of joining the cheerleading club purely so that he can hit on more girls. Here he gets a note from a secret admirer, and just when he thinks that one of the cheerleaders is interested in him, he encounters problem number 2. Green is the gay stereotype and he is an absolute delight. At the outset, he's clingy and annoying and really loud, but he's also a really confident and fun character and well liked on campus. And as the show progresses, you will see that he's very helpful and supportive of Tyne. He's my favorite, but Tyne is not interested in Green. I didn't know people still use that word. Anyway, Tyne needs to get rid of Green, so he asks his friends for help. Phong, Puak, and Om, also known as the single brain cell gang, disguise themselves and do this. After having their asses handed to them, these guys straight up decide to commit a crime. And by the way, drugging a fellow student is still not the worst thing you'll see in a BL. After these amazing plans backfire, the single brain cell gang decides that desperate times call for desperate measures. And that measure is... Sarawat is a first-year political science student. He's into music, sports, and is usually 100% done with everything. To put an end to Green's advances, Tyne gets Sarawat to be his pretend boyfriend.
เพื่อนทายบอกว่ามีคนมาจีบทายเรื่องจริงหรือเปล่า กินดูเอาเองแล้วกัน สารวัตร
Sarawat obviously understood the assignment, but as time goes on, he starts to commit to the role. Like to the point that Tyne is just a ball of confusion.
พิเศษหน่อยนะเว้ย เพราะว่าจีบกูเนี่ยพิเศษใส่ไข่นะเว้ย เพราะมึงไม่ธรรมดาไง กูเลยจีบมึง
Problem number 3. Tyne may be gayer than originally planned. And in what is probably the most realistic part of the show, these two actually have a lesbian U-Haul moment.
กูเลงไว้ว่าจะให้เป็นห้องเราอะ
I am almost 30 and I still can't afford a place that looks this good. Okay, I've already spoken about Tyne's group of friends, the single brain cell gang, and now I would like to take a moment to appreciate Sarawat's friends, Man and Boss. And these guys are seasoned comedy actors, so it's no surprise that their friendship is just so fun to watch.
ไอ้เหี้ยกูเผลอไปกดส่งอ่ะอันเซนทันไหมวะไม่เขาอ่านแล้วเชี่ยอ่านเร็ว
Wait, what is that?
เพื่อความแน่ใจเมื่อคืนได้ชวนออมไปทำอะไรฟินๆปะ
Oh darn, I thought... We stan a biking, and we also get the second same gender pairing as Man decides to follow his crush across campus and also all over Bangkok for most of the show. The show is largely full of fluff and very tender moments, but where there are gays, there is drama. Mill's only actual evil deed is that he likes Tyne. Mill is not actually a bad guy. He drives a lot of emotions that are necessary to the Tyne and Sarawat story arc. The writers have also elevated him from being a plot device by giving him more screen time and dialogue. In comparison to Pear, who has like 2 scenes with Tyne to make Sarawat jealous, and Pam, who is randomly introduced at the very last minute just to make Tyne jealous. But the real villain of the piece is social media.
แสดงว่ามึงยังไม่เห็นไอจีพี่ดิมนะสิมันเป็นทอล์กกับเดอะทานในโลกโซเชียลด้วยนะเว้ยสารวัตรมันยอมแฮกว่ามึงยังไม่ได้เปิดไอจีดูอ่ะ
ชัยโยเตียงหักแล้วจ้า
ดีแล้วไม่เห็นเหมาะสมกันเลย
ว้ายสมน้ำหน้า
Despite all of this, Sarawat and Tyne work things out and we get a happy ending. Pretty big deal for queer audiences because we don't normally see queer characters get a happy ending. That's one of the things that I really appreciate about Together the series is that the concept of the tragic queer does not seem to exist in the way that it does in a lot of Western media and even in a lot of Indian media. Some very questionable things that do exist. Sarawat's obsession with boobs.
ฮะตกลงกูจับนมมึงได้
เฮ้ย
จับนมมึงหน่อยได้ปะอย่าจับนม
ฮะ
This cafe.
นมสตรอเบอรี่ซอสมะเขือเทศมะม่วงน้ำเปล่าอ่ะ
This phone repair uncle.
ไม่ยากโจซ่อมได้เฮ้ยควันอะไรพี่สงสัยจะช็อตนะครับโจ
And this song.
เสียบตูดซ้ายเสียบตูดขวารอที่นี่
All things considered, I would still give the show 4 out of 5 stars. Together is such a feel-good piece of media and I fully recommend watching it with your besties. If you liked this review, please let me know in the comments. I promise to be back with another review soon. Until then, keep calm and
สารเลว